Hey everyone, Paul Manson with Kolpin Outdoors. Today we're going to go over quick mount winch installation on Polaris Ranger Mid-Size. Quick mount winches are great. Everything's pre-wired, pre-assembled for a reduced installation time. Let's get started. First, we'll ship the vehicle into park, remove key from ignition, remove the seat bottom, if equipped, remove the bottom storage compartment to gain access to the battery. Starting with the black cable, remove it from the battery. Followed next by the red positive cable. Remove the bumper from the vehicle. There's 7 screws to remove for that. 3 lower ones. Remove the 2 upper fasteners on each side. And then save the 7 fasteners for reinstall later. Remove the plastic grill screen from the bumper. Locate the 2 self-starting screws in the kit, and then we'll thread these into the 2 preformed holes into the bumper. Locate the packaging ties around the power cables and remove those. There'll be a packaging tie around the cable. Remove that. And then we'll put the winch into free spool. We'll want to pull a little bit of free length of the cable from out of the front side of the winch. Then that'll allow us to feed it through the roller fair lead. On the winch bracket upper holes, there'll be a larger opening on the bottom by a smaller opening on the top and the 1 hole. We'll place the larger hole onto the previously installed screws and then rest it onto the bumper bracket. And then we'll use the larger screws, and then we'll position those through the front of the bumper onto the back side. We'll have 4 of those, 2 on each side, and then we'll use the large lock nuts. And then we can tighten and torque to specification. Once the 4 bottom bolts are tightened, tighten the 2 upper ones to specification. Locate the roller from the kit and then feed the cable through the roller, and locate the 2 carriage screws, and then from the back side of the mount we'll feed those through and then fasten with 2 lock nuts, and then tighten and torque to specification. Then locate the new metal grill from the kit. A portion of it is cut out to fit around the roller. Place that onto the bumper, and then reusing the previously removed screws, tighten the specification. Locate the winch hook from the kit and install onto the end of the cable. We'll install the rubber bumper onto the cable. There's 2 halves to the rubber bumper. You can take it completely apart or just 1 half. The recessed end fits towards the cable hook. Place it around the rope. And then tighten snug the screws. Finish with putting the winch hand strap onto the hook. Before we install the bumper, we'll want to locate the red and black wires, and then we'll feed them through this opening in the front frame, and then we'll pull back towards up and over the front gear case, and then we'll be ready to move the front bumper and position it onto the frame. Lift and position the bumper onto the frame, and then continue to kind of pull the wires in. That way they don't become pinched in between the bumper and the frame. And then loosely position or insert the 4 top screws for the bumper. Then reinstall the 3 screws into the bottom of the bumper. Once all 7 screws have been started, tighten and torque to specification. Detach the rubber latches on each side and then open up the hood. This will provide access for routing the wires. Remove the middle floor cover. There's 7 screws. Loosen and remove each of those, and then the cover will lift right out. Route the red and black cables up and over the front gear case, and then locate where the transmission shift cable comes along the coolant lines, and then route those back towards the battery following the shift cable. Once they're far enough through, then you can access them from the middle floorboard cover and then pull those through, and then secure the cables around the transmission shift cable using the plastic tie. Continue routing the red and black cables back towards the battery underneath the seat console. And then locate the cable ties and then secure that bundle around the shift cable. Using one of the provided knockouts, remove the cap and cover or cut a new location using the template and the instructions. The dash switch will fit here. Locate the dash switch from the kit, and then the dash switch harness. Locate the green wire and then fit it on the top pin for the out function. Locate the red wire, install that onto the middle pin, and then locate the black wire of the harness and install that onto the bottom pin for the in function, and then fit the white short harness through the pre-cut hole and snap the switch into position. Using the molded pattern marks for the dash remote socket, drill the 3 holes, 1 inch in the center, 1/8 inch on the sides, and then route the dash socket harness through the hole, starting with the white connectors, and then pull into the firewall area. Using the 2 screws provided in the kit, secure the dash socket into the dash by tightening the screws snug. Connect the dash switch extension harness into the pigtail lead. And then locate the red wire from the dash switch harness. Using the splitter harness, plug in one end of that connection into it. And then locate the red wire on the remote socket. And then connect that into the three-way splitter. And then with the last lead from the three-way splitter, connect in your fused connection lead. And then this lead is going to connect onto the keyed ignition. From the dash switch extension harness, plug that into remote socket. There'll be two plugs on the remote socket. Connect those two together. And then this single one will run underneath the bulkhead down towards the winch contactor. Tighten the lock nut to specifications. The red fused terminal will connect on the same screw as the orange wire with white stripe. This is the keyed accessory power wire. Bundle the dash switch harness along with the remote socket harness and secure that to the main wire harness just below the regulator using a cable tie. Plug the contactor into the remote socket harness. Connect these two together. Using a cable tie, secure the switch harness to the red and black cables just above the front gear case. Close the hood and then secure the two rubber latches on each side. Install the plastic floor cover back into position. And then reuse the 7 screws. And tighten and torque the 7 screws to specification. Connect the red winch cable along with the red vehicle cable to the battery. Tighten the specification. And then connect the red black winch cable along with the vehicle negative cable to the battery. Reinstall the bottom storage compartment, followed by the bottom seat pad. With the key in the on position, check the winch for proper operation. Thanks for watching this installation video. For more information and to see more products, visit Kolpin.com.